Who parked this here? Hello, everybody. Skimmer here. Are you good? Are you satisfied with your location? I think so. Alright, so I've been doing a bit of off-camera work, and we also had a stream since the last episode. So if you missed the stream, I did upload it, but it is over like 3 hours long, so you may not want to watch it, because that is a long video to watch. But if you are itching for more content, then by all means do. We had a little bit of a surprise happen in the episode. What we did mostly was, we started off here, we picked away at a little bit of stuff, not really anything. I was picking away at the refineries, kind of making sure they were doing some stuff. Then we went down to the asteroid, where you can see it's currently giving us some stuff. We went and installed a ore detector down there, because we don't have much platinum, and I was trying to get some platinum for Skimmer. Never did end up getting any platinum with Skimmer, but I did end up filling Molar with some platinum after the fact, after the stream, and I brought her up here as well and unloaded her. I also did figure out what was wrong with Molar, as during the stream we couldn't get Molar to work, it just wasn't moving. And the error was on how I was activating the blueprint. So I was only activating it like once every second instead of the trigger now, which I believe it does every frame cycle. So that was why that didn't work, so it is now, and I should be able to use that for Skimmer. But yeah, while we did that, we had some fun down there at the asteroid. Skimmer went around, and we messed around inside the asteroid with Tortwing. And then we decided to do some remote control shenanigans while we were down there. We needed some parts for the ore detector, so instead of coming back here to get them, we took Chip, and we tried to get Chip to dock with the repair bay, which proved to be a bit more challenging than one would think. So that was a bit of a challenge, and then we did finally get everything done. And then we came back up here, and we wanted to work on something, and I went ahead and did it. It was this sensor So instead of having these guys on all the time, which they currently are, I installed this thing. And we were trying to do this in the stream as well. However, we had a little surprise. So, spoiler alert, Skimmer had an accident. Now apparently, while watching some of the stream footage, or editing it a bit, and getting it uploaded, I noticed something. Now it's supposed to have 2 reactors. I've been doing some rearranging here, because I want to talk about that. I used to have a reactor over here, and during the stream you can see that this reactor is red, meaning it's out of uranium. That should have been a sign, and I think I actually did that on purpose, so that one reactor would last longer than the other. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But anyway, that should have been a warning that Skimmer did not have much power left. And she ran out of power at a very opportune time. As she was pretty much in position, she started to float. So I'm going to show you some of the stream footage now of that little happening. And if you want to see the whole thing and what we have to do after the fact, I'll encourage you to go watch the stream. There's a comment on the stream if you want to skip to the part where Skimmer crashes, which is basically what I'm going to be showing you now. But if you want to skip back to that part and just watch the aftermath of it all, you can do that by just following the timestamp in my comment. Good. Here we go. And trying to keep up with supplying it parts and stuff like that. Okay. So what we should probably do... Let's get in there. So it's got these lights around. We should probably get those into a group. Good. And then we can activate a timer group with that sensor. And... oh, God! Well, there's that. You guys are seeing it now. Who parked this here? Seems to have shut itself off. Or, I mean, probably due to the impact. It's okay. It's fine. I'm just looking for a way in. There we go. A lot of red lights. Is that why it crashed? Because it was off? That'd be hilarious.
Ship fuel critical.
That is why it crashed. That's awesome. Okay. Well, we can manage. Oh God, it's dark. We can deal with this. We got epic like hero music going right now. We can't be like sad or anything. We will live on. We will not let this day be the last. We just need Will Smith and some aliens, and we'll be fine. And there we have it. So, whoops. We spent most of the episode repairing, or the last bit of the stream, repairing Skimmer, but she really didn't actually take too much damage. The only thing she lost were these 2 thrusters and some armor, I think. But otherwise, not too bad. We also lost 1 grav gen up here and damaged some of the armor. Some of the armor might still be dented. Some of you may have noticed some of these were like off-white. So I fixed that. They're now white. And what I did, so with the sensor, how this works, let's take a look at that. And we actually have a new function here. We can turn those off, which is fantastic. So let's go ahead and do that. Might be good to have it on when you're testing stuff, but for now, off. I have it detecting floating objects, and that's it. And then what it does is it triggers a timer block, and there's 2 of those. So the first one turns on the gravity generators, also turns on these 4 interior lights around the edge, and also triggers another timer block. Second timer block just turns everything off after a delay. Currently I have the delay set to 10 seconds, but we'll probably bump that up to like a couple minutes maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And that's it. So nothing gets triggered when something leaves the sensor field, and we might change it. There might be a better way of doing this, but we'll take a look at this first. So whenever an object is dropped out, which would usually be like from skimmer, it will be detected, and then the gravgens will pull it, and then after a time it will turn itself off. Now we could do it a very simple way by just, once it leaves the field, it turns off the gravgens, or starts a delay to turn off the gravgens. And we should probably do that, maybe. The only reason I didn't is in case a floating object got stuck somewhere else, and I've seen one get stuck right along the edge of this. So if I let go of one here, I'm pretty sure it's going to get like stuck. And that is technically, well, not anymore. If it stays on this, it's still in range of the sensor. Up here it's clear. I could throw the sensor field on the screen for us, so we can take a peek. So we could do 2 things. We could do that, and then maybe decrease the field so it's not showing. Where are you? Sensor. So yeah, it sticks out past, but then we'd have to bring the corner all the way to here. So it would be a very narrow beam, which would also be probably okay. So either way we do it. Do you have anything in you? You might. I think I stored some parts in her. Filter. Let's turn you back on. It's currently blacklisted. Maybe you don't have anything in you. Cargo? No, I emptied you, but let's give you some. Oh, I can't do it backwards. Okay. Fine. Demonstrate. You're not cooperating. People are expecting you to do stuff and you're not. Why aren't you ejecting? I just put stuff. Did it eject already and I missed it. I missed it. It happened. You don't work too well with parts, do you? So it seems. Luckily up here, we're not in the sensor range, so if stuff does get stuck at the throat, it shouldn't be a problem. And right now with that 10-second delay, that's not really enough. So that might be why these parts kind of lingered. That one might just be stuck, though. So let's go ahead and turn that up to probably what we'll do. What should we do? We need that timer. I say... I mean, once all said and done, I'll probably throw it up to about 5 minutes. That way it gives lots of time for anything orbiting around. If something missed or got shot out up top, hopefully it has time to come back down and reset the timer. And I'm pretty sure it resets, right? Like if I do that, can you keep hitting start and it keeps getting reset? 9, 8, 9, 8. Yeah, okay. So yeah, as long as it keeps getting triggered. So we'll, for now, let's do 60 seconds. That way, should be good enough for what we're just testing anyway. Take my things, please. And then in 60 seconds, it will turn off. Good. Oh, that was still 10 seconds. I think I changed the time on the wrong one. I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure that's what I just did. That's good, though, because that way you guys actually got to see it. Yeah, it's the reset. That's what we want. Boop. 1 minute. The other one didn't matter. We're not using the start, so it didn't matter that I changed it. FYI. Okay. So what I want to try to do is not have this happen ever again. So, let's figure that out. I did some rearranging in here, but I'm not all that pleased with where we could throw this thing. Now, where's that sensor I just built? Because it's still on. Did I actually name it? Oh, I may have, because I did stuff to it. Look at me go. There we go. So first thing we're going to do, sensors. Sensors all. Sensor doors. We want to click you off. That is so good for our auto miners, because that clicking is annoying, and you can hear it like from here if they're going. Not that they usually are. I'm pretty sure this is molar. I just want to make sure molar is not like flying away. Are you doing something, molar? You look kind of... No, you're stationary. Just kind of scared me. Okay. Stay right there. He's pooping, apparently. Guess he wanted some privacy. Alright. But yeah, that's great. So great for Clicky. Clicky McClickerson. And I think that was a community GitHub update thing by Mexer, I think his name is. He's been doing a lot of that stuff. So thanks to them and him and everyone who does that. So I think the easiest way to prevent this from ever happening again would be to put a how are we going to fit it? I don't know where to put it. A refinery is what I'm trying to say. If we put a refinery on, it can refine its own uranium as it's mining and fill up its own reactors. And we could put a filter so it only pulls out uranium. Or we could allow it to pull everything out, but we probably want it to do the uranium just for just to make sure it's doing that and not hung up on all sorts of other things. There's a comment that we could put, if we had a refinery on here too, or maybe even some arc furnaces, we could cook stuff or process stuff as it's mining, which would reduce it. So like, oh hell, we could put one down here. This is just, oh, it's an assembler. That's not what I wanted. I want an arc furnace, please. An arc furnace might be good, or more than one. Benefit of an arc furnace is I think they're quick. They're small, and in terms of... I'm not rotating you good at all. Okay, something like that. Most of the stuff we pick up is iron anyway, so as long as we could compress the iron. So we could just put it right there, and I think it would automatically just pull out some iron and put back in some ingots. So that's an option. Now we could put them elsewhere too, but these are pretty small. So I did some rearranging. I took out the med bay. I moved these guys over to this side. So I'm going to see if we could fit it over here. Maybe get rid of the door if we need to. But there's not really that much room, because like what's... Our refinery's 8, right? You are big. Yeah, 4 tall. Why'd I say 8? I guess 8 times 2? Sure. Or 4 times 2 is 8? Let's do math. 5 plus 7 is 42. Don't try to correct me. Okay. So 4 blocks is what we need. This is a thruster. Can't do much with that. We want to keep that. We could get rid of this block. No big deal. I was thinking of standing it upright, but the light we could get rid of. This block we can't really get rid of. It's got a armor block there, so if we get rid of this, you can actually see outside. So we'd have to try to rearrange. Like the doors are just opening slowly. Well, at least I'm not hearing a click. Click, 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 click. Open, click, 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 click. Door close, click, 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 click. So I don't know. I thought I knew. I thought we could maybe lay it flat right here. Like get rid of this. I'm stuck. Get rid of this block, which doesn't need to be there. It's really just weighing her down and providing a little backing for the thruster. But that would only be 1, 2, 3, and then nothing. Could possibly relocate the gyroscopes. But then we probably have to move the sensor block too. And I kind of like how they are. And they're heavy, so it's nice that they're kind of evenly distributed. We could get rid of the grav gens. No. Really thinking, actually. Oh, maybe. This is probably best. Okay, what are you? Thruster up. Are we using you? Yeah, I think we are. I don't really want to move you then. I can move stuff around kind of with the projector block, which is how I move these over. But it does mess up some of the groups. I also moved this guy over, and that messed up some of the groups. Oh yeah, I did this, in case you didn't see it in the intro. We do have a gimbaling eye. It's awkward to use, but I thought it'd be cool. I actually want to try to put this somewhere else on the station maybe. But when we were remoting around, it was very awkward. Trying to get Chip to dock and stuff like that. So if we had better cameras, really I think this should be built into the camera itself. We shouldn't have to do this for rotor stuff. You should be able to have a gimbaling camera. Those little domes usually have a gimbaling camera. From what I've seen anyway, commercial use. Alright. That is an option though. If we got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, basically this section, and then it could fill this spot here. This would be the reactor. Haha, refinery. I know the difference, kind of. The gravity gens, we could push back one, and that wouldn't much change their function. I still don't really like it though. Moving that guy's going to be a pain. Oh well. Well, I'm going to consider it. Get some potentials. Maybe you guys have a good place that I'm not seeing either, so I don't want to go ahead and do it. And you guys go, you should have put it here, you fool. But that's choice, or that's an option. And then we'll probably put a filter block if we can, somehow. Maybe, if we want to just do uranium. And then our arc furnaces. Okay, good. Good. Alright, so the goal of all this, and what we were doing on the stream, was trying to test Skimmer's ability to just go down to the asteroid and come back. We still haven't done a clean run of it all, so I'll probably try to do that on my own. Send her down, bring her back, and once we got all set up, the idea is when she gets here, she's going to start ejecting. And because she starts ejecting, the sensor will see it, and then it will turn on the grav gen, start sucking them up. And then when it's done, she'll leave. Grav shaft will turn itself off, and she'll park herself back down at the asteroid. Not crash. Keyword, not crash. No crashy. Okay? Okay. Alright, so next step, I want to get back to using a shredder. So we need a new fighting ship. Chip, you were good, but you're not that good. We want something better. So that is what we are going to do. I did also some welding in here. Oh, they gave us back the glass texture. It's no longer clear, so I might have to bring that mod back in. I'd gotten rid of it for a bit. So this is vanilla glass. Not that it looks too bad. We'll see. To the construct. Okay. Hi, Chip. So I just realized I'm in DirectX 9. That might be why our glass looked funny. In the world, I didn't even notice. Just funny that I couldn't tell the difference between DirectX 11 and DirectX 9. So, what do I like about Chip? What do I don't like? What do we want in a fighter? I'm going to go more the cosmetic route than functional, I would say. I want it to be functional, but I want it to look good, I think, first and foremost. So I'd rather have it look good and function poorly than function well and not look good. Not that you look that great, Chip. I mean, you're fine and all, but nothing to write home about or anything. I have a few ideas, but nothing really set in stone. Oh yeah, can't fly right. Delete. So we could start with a basic shape, just to get an idea of what we want it to look like, and then we'll try to build the components to facilitate that. Usually I do it the other way around, but I want to kind of have a look. And this might be based off ships from movies or TV or even other people's creations. I have no idea. But I'm sure I'm influenced by many things that I can't recall what they are subconsciously. So you let me know if this looks like something. I'm sure there's ships that have like twin... I basically want twin blades in the front, which are going to also act kind of like shields. So when you're in the ship... And I don't know where the cockpit's going to be. I'm going to try to keep the cockpit not directly in front, maybe up and back. So maybe when you're back here, you'll have these armor walls sort of protecting you from anything to the side of you. And that way, and we'll also hide components in here, maybe weaponry, I'm not sure. But something like that, so you can keep whatever you're fighting in front of you, but then if you have hostiles or if you have a turret over there or something, you can just turn into it a bit and kind of guard the components you don't want to lose here that are going to be in the middle, kind of with your wings. So that's kind of the idea. I'm really not sure how to make it look good. What's next? And we probably won't get too far into this. I'm probably just going to lay out the idea of it, and you guys can let me know what you guys think. If it's completely not what you want to see or terrible, we can maybe look at doing something else. Also, so I want, let's see here. Need to set up my toolbar. So we have 9 of them, so I should be able to just put everything I need on it. It's going to be symmetrical, so we can turn that on. And I'll just build this out a bit. So we don't need forward thrust that much, but we probably want a bit, just so we can quickly accelerate out to wherever we're heading. But we want a lot of side-to-side thrust, I think. So I'm not sure how crazy we'll go. We might go 4. Depends how big we want this to be. We probably don't want it to be too huge, to be honest. And I'm not sure what we'll do on the back. Maybe 2 or 4. Maybe some small thrusters as well, just for looks. So that way, the goal of this is going to be to quickly kind of get up into pursuit with a cargo ship or whatever it's attacking, and then it will circle around. So that's why we want a lot of sideways thrust, is just so it can quickly maneuver side to side. Because once we match speed with the ship we're chasing, we're pretty much stationary for the most part, right? If we're not moving relative to the ship, we're stationary. So then we just want to move left and right, forward, back. We don't really need to accelerate any more forward or backwards. So that said, we probably only need to have small thrusters. Oops. It's okay. Ignore that. Somebody's streaming. Probably go. Yeah, so we probably just need a couple forward thrusters. Well, I'm not sure how many. We'll figure that out later. We'll throw some thrusters up and down. Oops. That was accidental. Sorry. Go back. Something like that. Yeah, we do want guns, and we might group them in together, or group them together, similar to, I guess, chip. Maybe we'll have some on the right, some on the left. We could do something, I don't know. Just think of ways we can kind of maybe try to hide them. If we did something like that, and then we had armor here, we'll probably just use light armor. We might throw some heavy in some spots, but we could do something like that. That way they're, right, like from this angle you can't really hit them, and then from this angle you can't really hit them either. Could do something like that. Same with the missile launchers, wherever we end up putting those. We probably don't want to embed them anywhere though, because they tend to just hit your own ship. So maybe we'll have some sacrificial ones, or maybe we'll use, let's use the repeating one. I've never used that one. That appeals to me more because we don't have to reload it manually. So if we're going to use that, we'll probably end up putting it maybe down in the middle. Right down the center will be, why is your mount point on the side? That is strange. Oop. But I'm going to allow it. Something like that. And we could stack them, which I don't really like. Or we could have more than... Nah, I don't think we need more than one, actually. Other than for if we lose it. So these are its claws. Basically, we're creating a lobster, guys. It looks like a lobster. Oops. Oh, well, I guess it goes good with the collector crab ship and cephalopod skimmer. So, go aquatic life. That was an accident, I swear. Or a scorpion? Could be a scorpion. Okay, well, anyway, what else would we need functional? We'd put the fighter cockpit somewhere. So yeah, I kind of want to throw it back. Again, the look of it isn't set in stone, and the placement of stuff is all relative. So we could do that. How does that look in front? Can't see a thing. Perfect. I'm fighting this blue screen. Okay. So the cockpit seems like it would need to be lower, or the wings higher. I would like to be able to see out the side, though. Yeah, I would like this to be clear, so we could see the ship. Like, we don't want to be tunnel vision either, right? We don't want to just be able to see what's in front of us. That wouldn't be too good. Play around with that then, I guess. So we'll need a projector so we can rebuild itself. We could put welders on there so it could, like, auto repair, but I don't know if we'll do that. We'll probably want a program block or two hidden away somewhere. What else? These don't work on small ships, right? That'd be cool to, like, hide some stuff, like pull it down, protect your guns or something like that. That'd be cool. I don't think we'll use any moving parts for this guy. We had talked about messing around with like a dropship style thing that could rotate its thrusters. We played around with that in one of the streams. But I don't think we'll do it for this guy, because he's got to be quick, so he can't have any separate grids messing him up or causing him to explode randomly. Alright, so that might work. It's got no upwards thrust, but that will go somewhere on the bottom, obviously. In terms of sculpting it, yeah, I think it's just going to look like a big, almost like a U shape, which I'm pretty sure is not original. I'm pretty sure people have been making U-shaped ships quite a bit, even before this game. So we'll see. Oh, oxygen. Yes. Yes. Let's actually figure out oxygen for this guy. So he's got something out the back. So probably the simplest thing might be either we could give him a cargo container, and then we could give him a, let's see, an oxygen tank. And a cryogen. We can freeze ourselves and offload. Maybe just a tank. And then we will fill up. So if we do a tank, though, can you fill up via a small one? I would imagine. How do we do this? That's not going to work. Okay, let's just pretend that lines up. So we do that. That's okay, but we have no way of connecting the ship. Actually, that looks kind of neat. So we need a connector, which means we wouldn't use that. We probably have to use a conveyor block. That way we have multiple points. Maybe this thing needs, I don't think it would need 2 tanks. We could do that. And then put the connector on top. I said on top. Or vice versa. We could have the connector on back and the oxygen tank either facing straight up or straight down. Straight down would make more sense if it was embedded in the ship. So that could be a way. I thought the medium cargo would be useful just for storage. That way we could use it for ammo and whatnot. So maybe we can work that in too. Maybe, let's see. Ooh, look at that. Maybe we do this. Put a cargo. And then we put the tank. And then that would be armored up to some extent. Hopefully, so it doesn't get shot out. Cool. Alright, well, I'll leave it like this for now. It's going to take a lot of fiddling around. Usually what I end up doing is I take that now. I got the base idea of it. I go like that. And I could copy this guy. And now I go again. So I can look at that, go, okay, what do I like with that? Let's try again. So I don't really like the placement of the cockpit, so we'll try to find a better way. Also probably redo all the thruster placements based off where the cockpit is, so get rid of all that and start again. But not with you. No, not with you guys. I think we are done, so that will be all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.